Michael Hutchence, the enigmatic and electrifying frontman of Inxs, lived a life of extraordinary success, excess, and tragedy. Revered for his charisma and talent, Hutchence's untimely passing away in 1997 sent shockwaves around the world. Beyond his music and personal struggles, his passing away left behind a legal and financial quagmire, especially concerning the inheritance intended for his daughter, Heavenly Hiraani Tiger Lily Hutchence. This video delves into the story of his fortune, the bizarre and the murky handling of his estate, and the impact on Tiger Lily's life. Alongside this, we'll explore the infamous belt story surrounding his passing away and the tragic demise of Peaches Geldof, one of Tiger Lily's half-sisters, further entwining the Hutchence and Geldof legacies. Michael Hutchence was the epitome of rock star allure. Born in Sydney, Australia in 1960, he rose to international fame as the lead singer of Inxs. The band's meteoric success during the 1980s and early 1990s brought fame, fortune, and legions of fans. Songs like Need You Tonight, Never Tear Us Apart, and New Sensation made Hutchence and his bandmates icons of their time. By the mid-1990s, Inxs had sold millions of albums worldwide, and Hutchence had amassed significant wealth. However, behind the glamour, Hutchence's life became riddled with personal challenges. His high-profile relationships, particularly with Kylie Minogue, Helena Christensen, and later Paula Yates, kept him in the headlines. The relationship with Yates was especially turbulent, involving custody battles over her children with Bob Geldof and constant media scrutiny. Hutchence also suffered from depression, exacerbated by traumatic brain injury sustained in 1992 when he was assaulted in Copenhagen. This injury reportedly caused erratic behavior and increased impulsivity. On November 22, 1997, Michael Hutchence was found deceased in his hotel room at the Ritz-Carlton in Sydney. It was officially ruled that he took his own life, though speculation around the circumstances has persisted for decades. One of the most debated aspects of Hutchence's passing away involves the use of a belt. He was discovered naked with a belt tied around his neck, and reports suggested the possibility of autoerotic asphyxiation, a practice where oxygen restriction enhances pleasure. This theory emerged as an alternative to Michael taking his own life ruling, but was vehemently denied by those close to him. Coroner Derek Hand concluded that Hutchence took his own life, caused by a combination of depression, a dispute with Bob Geldof, and substance intoxication. However, the sensationalized media coverage of the belt detail overshadowed the deeper issues he faced, turning his passing away into tabloid fodder. Once the investigation concluded, Hutchence's personal effects were released to his family. Tina Hutchence, Michael's half-sister, has spoken publicly about the emotional toll of this process. In her memoir, she described the anguish of walking into the sterile confines of a police evidence room, knowing she would soon come face-to-face with the items tied to her brother's last moments. The belt, folded neatly among his other belongings, was handed over with clinical detachment, as though it were any other object. But for the family, it carried an unbearable weight. The act of collecting the belt felt surreal, like stepping into a nightmare they could not escape. It forced the family to reimagine Michael's final moments, a task both heartbreaking and haunting. The starkness of the belt, an everyday object transformed into a tool of anguish, became a painful symbol of the unresolved grief they would carry for years to come. At the time of his departure, Michael Hutchence's estate was estimated to be worth anywhere from $10 million to $40 million. Yet, in the years following his passing, it became evident that much of his wealth had vanished. The handling of his estate remains a contentious and puzzling issue to this day. One of the key figures in the management of Hutchence's estate was Colin, a former accountant and confidant of the singer. Diamond became the executor of Hutchence's estate, but his stewardship raised serious questions. It was alleged that much of Hutchence's wealth was funneled into trusts controlled by Diamond, effectively locking out Hutchence's family and daughter Tiger Lily from accessing the inheritance. Colin Diamond, an Australian lawyer, was one of Hutchence's closest advisors. Known as a sharp and resourceful legal professional, Diamond had extensive control over Hutchence's finances, acting as his trustee and managing numerous offshore accounts and trusts set up during Hutchence's lifetime. After Hutchence's departure, Diamond was appointed as executor of his estate, giving him further authority over the singer's assets. Instead of ensuring that Hutchence's wealth was preserved for his daughter Tiger Lily, Diamond's actions have been accused of being anything but transparent. Hutchence had placed a significant portion of his wealth into offshore trusts, presumably for tax efficiency and to protect his assets. Diamond was a central figure in managing these trusts, which were registered in tax havens like the British Virgin Islands. After Hutchence passing away, it became nearly impossible to trace the funds within these trusts. Reports indicate that Diamond retained control over these accounts and allegedly funneled assets into entities that he personally controlled. This legal maneuvering effectively blocked Hutchence's family, including Tiger Lily, from accessing the fortune. Family members, including Michael's half-sister Tina Hutchence, have publicly accused Colin Diamond of mismanaging the estate and diverting funds for personal gain. According to Tina, Diamond exploited the complexity of the offshore trusts to obscure the true value of Hutchence's assets. By the time Tiger Lily reached adulthood, the wealth had been either squandered or deliberately concealed. After Hutchence's departure, his family, particularly his mother Patricia and sister Tina, sought answers about the missing fortune. They encountered numerous roadblocks, including legal red tape, a lack of transparency from Diamond, and the challenges of navigating international finance law. Official records listed Michael Hutchence's estate as being worth a mere $1,000 at the time of his death. This figure was a shocking revelation given his immense earning power. The discrepancy between his known income and the reported value of his estate pointed to financial foul play. By leveraging the anonymity and legal protections of tax havens, Diamond was able to shield the funds from scrutiny. This made it nearly impossible for Hutchence's family to trace the money. For Tiger Lily, the loss of her inheritance is a profound injustice, compounded by the emotional toll of losing her father at such a young age. Despite the challenges, she has shown remarkable resilience, forging her own path in life and maintaining a connection to her father's legacy. Heavenly Hiraani Tiger Lily, born in 1996 to Michael Hutchence and Paula Yates, was just 16 months old when her father passed away. As his sole heir, she should have inherited his fortune. However, by the time she reached adulthood, reports suggested that she received little to nothing from her father's estate. Yates, Tiger Lily's mother, publicly expressed frustration over the lack of transparency surrounding Hutchence's finances before herself passed away in 2000 from a high dosage of narcotics. Tiger Lily, raised largely out of the limelight by Bob Geldof, has reportedly lived a modest life compared to the wealth her father amassed. In a 2019 documentary about Michael Hutchence, Mystify, it was suggested that the majority of his fortune was mismanaged or siphoned away. Michael Hutchence's relationship with Paula Yates significantly shaped the narrative surrounding his later life and departure. Yates, a British TV presenter, left her husband, musician and activist Bob Geldof, to be with Hutchence. The split was acrimonious and led to a heated custody battle over Yates and Geldof's 3 daughters, Fifi, Peaches and Pixie. The dispute over the children deeply affected Hutchence, who was reportedly distraught over the legal battles. On the morning of his passing away, Hutchence had a heated phone call with Geldof about the custody arrangements, which some believe pushed him over the edge. After Paula Yates' departure in 2000, Bob Geldof adopted Tiger Lily, raising her alongside her half-sisters. The Hutchence and Geldof families faced further tragedy in 2014 when Peaches Geldof, Tiger Lily's half-sister, passed away of a substance overconsumption at the age of 25. Peaches, a mother of 2, had been a public figure in her own right, working as a journalist and television presenter. Her passing away echoed the circumstances of her mother's demise, highlighting the devastating impact of addiction and loss within the family. Now in her late 20s, Tiger Lily has carved out her own path. A musician and artist, she has largely avoided the celebrity spotlight that defined her parents' lives. In recent years, she has reconnected with her Australian roots and the Hutchence family, seeking to understand more about her father's legacy. Despite the financial and emotional turmoil surrounding her inheritance, Tiger Lily appears to have emerged with a strong sense of independence and resilience. Her journey serves as a poignant reminder of the enduring complexities of fame, fortune, and family. Michael Hutchence's departure left a void not only in the music world, but also in the lives of those who loved him, particularly his daughter Tiger Lily. The tangled web of his finances, the unanswered questions about his estate, and the tragedies that befell those closest to him paint a somber picture of a life that burned bright but ended too soon. Yet amidst the chaos, Tiger Lily's story offers a glimmer of hope, a testament to the strength and perseverance required to overcome a legacy of loss and uncertainty. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the life and legacy of Michael Hutchence, don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to our channel for more compelling stories and fascinating insights. Thank you for watching. We appreciate your support.